Good morning all, how's it going ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the day of the video diary. How's it going today? Today I'm just literally putting my coat on and I'm going to head out to go and drive to work. I just wanted to comment on the fact that why is it that whenever you cut yourself, it's always in a place that's really, like there's never like halfway up your arm where you can just slap a plaster on and just leave it all day. It's always somewhere that is really hard to keep a plaster on and it just falls off because you obviously, how do you stick a plaster to a curved surface like that, huh? But yeah, I'm gonna get going because it's 20 past, and I'm supposed to be leaving at 25 past. So I'm gonna go outside now and make sure that I've like got everything and change my CD, my weekly change of CD. But yeah, with the exception of being like all cold and curled up into a ball because I'm all lonely now. Now that Laura's not here, I slept quite well last night. Got up on time. It's as simple as that. I got up on time and yeah, I'm now ready to rock and roll early. I've been ready for about like 15 minutes or so. But yeah, I've just been sorting out my bag and all that kind of stuff. And we're gonna head to work. Head into work, baby. But yeah, text Lewis, tell him I'm on my way. Let's go. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the day. What are you chatting? I'm just turning my computer off because I've finished writing my shopping list. I'd finished eating at 6, right? Washed up, 1:15. Sat down, wrote my shopping list at 1:30. Started playing a game of Hearthstone and it's now nearly 7 o'clock. Damn it, my wrist hurts as well. Owies. Owies. I'll tell you about my day later, otherwise let's keep things exciting and fresh. I'm literally just heading out now, we're going to go shopping, but I'm going to try out my satnav that Laura's family has really nicely got me. I'm going to give it a go, in a way, to go to Sainsbury's, and then, don't mind me, I'm going to see how it is. I know the way, but I haven't had any other opportunity to try it out, so, because it would annoy me on the way to work because obviously Lewis is in the car. It's like 3 people talking and it's really simple, but there's like multiple different ways you can get to Sainsbury's. So that's what I'm going to do. I also spent a while, I made the mistake of deleting my shopping list because I had a list that was like perfectly ordered in the order of the shop. But now I go to a separate shop, I'm like, let's delete the shopping list. Let's do it all again from scratch because reordering it's just a pain in the neck. And then I was like, wait, hold on, what do I buy on a weekly basis? Because like normally I just go down the list, I'm like, right, tick, untick, tick, 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 and I just untick all the things I need as opposed to like write down what I need. So I just go down the list like, oh, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, etc. But yeah, so while we're going to be testing out our satnav, we're also going to try and test this out in my car. And you've got a low battery, so I'm going to change your battery. But I'm going to try and test this out because I think there's going to be like a perfectly sized little hole for it where it will not slide around. And if I can find that hole, then I will use it instead of the stereo. So I think that's a genius idea. My wrist actually hurts though. Owies. Right, let's go try it out. I have to wait to stop talking to you so I can put my other sleeve on. Right, there we go. That was a lot better. A lot smoother than last week anyway. I've got my wallet, haven't I? Yep. Much smoother than last week. In fact, do I want to go to ASDA and check if they have fajita mix cheap? No. I'll have a stir fry. I'm actually going to YOLO it. I'm walking to Asda now because I kind of want soup. I want soup and I want potentially like fajita mix, and if these are cheaper then I can swing back. I'll buy it here. If it's not cheaper then I can cross this road now. Hello. I said, didn't I, that one of the advantages of having a car was that I could just go to that Sainsbury's over there and then drive to that Asda there and see if there are any better deals or anything. But like, why? I may as well walk. I don't get out and walk as much as I used to now that I drive to work every day. So I may as well just walk across. And I've still got the advantage of, if it's cheaper, then I can buy it, bung it in my boot, and then like not have to worry about it while I'm in Sainsbury's. And then B, if it isn't cheaper, I can buy it in Sainsbury's. And C, if it turns out to be cheaper than Sainsbury's, even though I think Sainsbury's might be cheaper, and I'm quite good at knowing the prices in Sainsbury's, to be honest with you, then I could just drive back on my way back out when I've got all my shopping, and I don't need to be like, do one or the other, burdened down and heavy. I think I've got a bit of an obsession with trying to use my car in the most time efficient way possible. Like everything I do, I'm like, oh god damn, I'm basically leaving at the same time as I used to leave. That means I'm not an hour and a half ahead of as of what I would be if I didn't have a car. But that's not the point. It's not always the point anyway. It's a very big point 90% of the time, but it isn't always the point. Like, like yes, I left maybe only half an hour ahead of schedule, instead of an hour ahead of schedule, which was when I finished eating more than an hour ahead of schedule. But I'm here. Normally I would have only just left by now, and I would have to walk for 30 minutes before I even get there. Whereas in 15 minutes I can do a recce of this place and then be back in Sainsbury's. But it's not all about the time, it's about the convenience. And it's bloody convenient having a goddamn car to put some bloody food in. Oh god. But yeah, otherwise that satnav is actually really good. I had to turn the map detail down. I stopped actually in the car park for a while, just changing the settings. It was way too bright. 50% brightness. I don't know what the hell 100 is. It's like cornea burning. So I knocked that down to the lowest it goes. Turn the volume of the voice down a little bit, and then I changed the level of detail on the map because it shows you absolutely every single road ever. And I'm like, I don't need to know all this. And it just kind of like cluttered up the screen a little bit, I think. So I've lowered that down. Like theoretically, the only time you want to see more roads is when you're driving slowly. Like just show me the main roads that I'm on and the route I'm going. And then if I'm driving slow, start to highlight more roads, so that way I can figure out shortcuts if I need to. But yeah, this is a very good satnav. Thank you very much, Lovely's family. You guys are awesome. Holy shit, that's a deal. I will compare that to Sainsbury's. Sainsbury's is so much more expensive. Well, those soup on their own were well worth the walk. I'll do that every day for that. I don't actively like ASDA as a shop. Like as a place to shop, I don't really like it that much. But in fact I want to go that way. To be fair to them, when they have things on offer, it is quite cheap. It is quite cheap. Ah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? It changes colour. Swag. Yeah, like, I don't like their fruit and veg, don't like the bakery, and I don't like their counter meat and pizzas, which is easily enough for me to pick Sainsbury's over it. But when they do have deals, it's like, I don't get it though, because they all say they're cheaper than each other, but when they're not on offer, they're exactly the same price in every single shop, as far as I can tell. All branded stuff is anyway. Like, you could throw across the argument that an ASDA loaf of bread is cheaper than a Sainsbury's loaf of bread, and I'll throw across the argument that it doesn't taste as nice, and the conversation could go on forever. But yeah, like I say, like, they're all basically the same price. My bread costs the same there as it does in there, but over there I get negative points, so I'll go over there. But that soup is about fucking super cheap. It's ridiculously cheap compared to what? Yeah, that soup is so much cheaper than Sainsbury's. It's unreal. I swear it's like £2 for £2 in Sainsbury's for that like special behind the soup. Because they used to do it. I'm gonna start talking about soup now. They used to do tomato and chili, or tomato with a hint of chili. It used to just be their normal brand tomato. They just did it like a different, you know, the red cans. They used to do a load of different red cans, and then suddenly they put in like the hint of chili or a hint of basil, and they were quite nice. The chili one was absolutely divine and the single best canned soup you can ever buy. But yeah, basically it was really good. But though, they then moved it over so that was now in a black tin, and it was their extra special like fancy collection that was like special twist of this and all that kind of crap. And they put the price up. It's about like 25 pence more, that can, compared to the normal can. But they then removed it, Sainsbury's did at least, out of like the multi-can buy thing. So normally at Sainsbury's you can get like 6 cans for £4, although there it's 5 for 3, so that's technically cheaper. But it doesn't include the fancy nice tomato with a kick of chili. Oh, Heinz, if you want to sponsor me, I would definitely plug for you some tomato with a kick of chili from ASDA, if ASDA want to thingy me as well. But that's all the plug-in you get in ASDA, because I'm going back to my home. I'm going back to Sainsbury's, where they've got Taste the Difference cookies on offer, and they've got everything else for the same price. And if it's not the same price, it's probably fruit and veg, and it's probably nicer. Woo! Look, I know I'm a snob. I know I'm a food snob, but Yeah, I'll lower my standards to buy a brand. But from experience, it is from experience as well. Asda and Tesco quality food is nowhere near as good as Sainsbury's. Like their own brand. I would contemplate buying Sainsbury's own brand something. I've never ever had. Wait, hold on. Before I just throw bullshit, like bullshit blanket statements over stuff, let's think about it. Steady, Eddie. I've never ever had an own brand Asda something and liked it. It's always been don't get me wrong, I haven't tried absolutely everything, but for the things I have tried, even pasta, it's just not as good. And that's why I'm a Sainsbury's fanboy. But yeah, also share prices, nah, lol. And I can put all this in my car, which is over there, sitting all nice and tasty. Crazy amount of condensation on these windows as well, and there's a Blunts going by. Hello, Mr. Blunts. So I'm walking around now, and don't worry, I've already got my blood oranges, which Asda don't have. I'm going along in order, picking out the things on my shopping list in turn, and reordering it so it's in the right order. You see, look, now I'm in the position where I've got a 2 for 3, but no 2 to make it 3, and therefore they aren't worth £2. They're worth £1.50, but they're not worth £2. So let's have a look for apples. And just to let you know, I got the order exactly right because I'm a sado. I just memorise these stores for fun. Decided on carrots and grapes instead. Carrots are a bit of a shit replacement, so I'm making up for it by buying a treat and get myself thingy. I'd read, Laura told me about this. They've got rid of the 3 for 10 on meats. I'm not impressed with that, Sainsbury's. Pull your act together, come on now. Well, having said that, they aren't too bad for £4.50. Alright, I'll kind of let them off. They've knocked the price down below the 3 for 10 price bracket, so it's technically £9.90. But the bigger ones they've knocked down as well. That used to be like £5. So that means that big chicken there used to cost me £5, now £4.50. I don't mind. My cook keeps reopening and it's making me sad. Oh, no random meat for me. Milk. Oh, these are on offer, look, £1 each. I got 5 for £3. Mother trucker. Although they do have the 6 for £4 on there, which isn't too bad, but nowhere near. Did you know that the sell-by date on crisps is always a Saturday? Oh, that was quite an expensive shop. I'm going to have to calm down a little bit on my food shops. Just because I've got a card doesn't mean I have to fill it. But that is a chicken, that's but it's a crisp shop, which is £3, well, £4. It's a, but meat, bulked up on quite a couple of things. There are things that like, owies. Like the weeks obviously that you batch cook, like next week will be cheap, so I won't have to batch cook anything. Swings and roundabouts, isn't it? When you try and look at each shop and you're like, oh, that was really expensive, like, well, £45 isn't too expensive. When you look at it and you're like, oh, that's a bit pricey, you then average it out and you'll be like, well, next week it's going to be 20, so you can average that to 30 ish, kinda, almost. 2 more questions. Should I put my satnav on to go home with? And let's put the heating on, man. I can't bloody see out the window. Should I get petrol? I think I'm probably best off getting petrol today. I'm on 1/4 of a tank, which isn't bad. I brimmed it before I came down from Nottingham, and I'm dead on 1/4 of a tank now. So if I whack 20 quid in, we'll see how long it lasts. Fucking dollar bills like this, mate, today. Condensation in this place, in this car, is ridiculous as well. What is it doing? What is it actually doing? It's madness. It's mad. Which one of these do I want? Max windows. Windows only, everybody. Come on now. Let's get this demisted, and then obviously the car can be. Oh, I can't leave the car running, can I? While I'm getting petrol because of the bloody. God damn it! Right, let's get my sat nav up and running. Try and demist some of this crap. Jesus Christ, it's so misty. Right then, let's go get some petrol, and then set my sat nav up, and then let's go get some petrol, and then. We're doing good, aren't we? We're doing good. Home core blimey as well. I'm trying to get like a bit more ballsy at parking, specifically outside the house. Because like when Laura was here, there's like a huge gap on the end of was it the end? Or no, there's like a huge gap in between the two cars I parked outside. But as I drove up to it, I'm like, oh no, that's too small. Whipped it into the opposite side of the road, and then came back today, and there is a massive gap, right? And I'm trying to drive my car into that gap, basically. And I'm just in a world of problems. Like, I think I can park in Mum's car quite well. I'm really actually quite good at it. I'd like to say so. Like, put me in a car park, and I'm just like, whoop, straight in. I'm a little bit slower at like parallel parking, because I haven't done it as often, but it's relatively easy to do. You just kind of like drop it in, bam, then just straighten it. But drop it in, bam. But yeah, outside there in this car, I'm like, I feel like as I'm driving, the car's about 4 times bigger than it is. Like, I can't get over how small it is. So I'm like, I'm really close, really close, really close, oh my god, I'm really close. Get out, miles, literally. Like, I can't wrap my head around how small the car is, and that's causing me issues, quite frankly, because I'm like trying to like fit into a gap which I think is only just big enough, and it's miles big enough. So that's fun. But otherwise, though, also the differences between Mum's and my car come into play. I've got a much smaller engine. I've just got like a 1.2. Mum had a 1.6. Mum's was like turbo powered and stuff. Hello. What did you just say then? Attempts at booting. So yeah, there's like lots of different things that are going on, and the engine size is the killer. It's the absolute killer. Because at night, I'm like, alright, I don't want to rev it because like people are going to bed. It's night time. It's dark. I'm trying to be quiet. And then I stall it. I stalled it so many times because I didn't want to rev it, and I just go to like default. Like, I'm driving. Mum's car would be like, fine, whatever. I'm strong enough to be able to do this. But my car, you've got to like, not thrash it, but you've got to give it more revs. You've got to be a bit more ballsy with the revs to keep it going, especially up a hill. And oh man, I must have stalled it like 8 times. Killing me, man, killing me. But yes, that's fun. Otherwise, though, I am back home. I've just got to do my put my shopping away. Need to have a shave tonight. Need to start this daily vlog. So I'm going to end the video here. What's been going on at work, though, since we've skipped that? With the commute to work today was nice. We're going to try and leave I'm going to leave here at past tomorrow. Get to Lewis's for about 22 because we're creaming to work way too early. Basically, we need to get a bit later. So we're going to be doing that. We also got a clean test run at last, yes, which gave me things to do, and quite a lot of things to do as well. I was able to just scoot around all of the stuff, finding odd little bugs, really odd little things that have just been missing, and we just like spot it and just go, oh, there you go, fixed. So just tiny little things like that, basically. It's kind of annoying because there's just little things, but there's actually quite a lot of little things to go through. So that's what I've been doing today, essentially. But yeah, so that was fun, essentially. We were going through tiny little things, fixing stuff, and I feel a little bit guilty for leaving. Like, I was talking to Lewis on the way home. Feel a little bit guilty for leaving early. Like, I can see people, because I used to stay till about 5. I could see people get like slightly like as if I should stay and help them. I'm in at 8 o'clock. You rock up at 9 and stay till 5. I get here at 8 and stay till 4:30. Like, I'm here for half an hour longer than you. You've got no right to be annoyed with me. You've legitimately got 0 right. But yeah, so that's good fun, isn't it? Basically. But that's about all, ladies and gentlemen, for today's video. Like I say, I'm going to pack my shopping away, and I'm going to have a shave, sort out this daily vlog. I need to sort out when I'm going to be catching up on daily vlogs, because I believe I'm still behind. But hey ho, hey to the ho. What's going on tomorrow? Tomorrow we are coming back here. We are cooking, or we're having sausage bean tomorrow. So we actually can possibly have a worky day tomorrow for a change. I know, mental. So we might actually get some stuff productive done. But yeah, so otherwise that, apart from just that, just work, basically. I don't believe I have any more plans. So I'm going to get out my speaker, which is never going to leave this flat ever again, because I felt sorry for it. It didn't need to go out with me. I almost brought it back in. Put my satnav away in my man drawer, because I don't need it for ages now. Until I'm going somewhere I don't know the way to. Except it is good for speed cameras, to be fair. And I'm going to watch some YouTube videos and slash on Netflix while I pack all my shit away, because I've got to do like pack away meats and stuff. It just means like separating it. In fact, if I'm doing chicken, do I need to do that? If I've got chicken, I can just separate it when I do the curry. No, I'll do it now just for simplicity's sake. I'm going to try and do enchiladas as well one day. They were on offer. So I'm going to try and do enchiladas. Should be fun. Should be quite exciting. I've never done enchiladas before. It's just like a sloppy fajitas, isn't it? Basically. Right, I'm going to get going. Thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I will catch you later.